Okay, so this is probably like the most valuable concept that I can share with you so that you can actually live the life that you were called here to live. Okay, so you have to understand reality is not what you or what you maybe have been told to believe or what the majority of people believe. They believe it's physical things and they have to go out and they have to orchestrate things and force and fight for things and grind and struggle. And there's some truth to that. There's some truth to that, but I'm telling you, reality is 99.9999999% energy. Okay, 0.0000001% matter. So it's all energy. So if it's all energy, you have to understand it's reflecting back to you what you believe to be true about yourself. This is the craziest shit because it goes so deep to the understanding that reality, like the results that you are getting, the amount of money that you are making, the car that you drive, the relationships that you have in your life, you know, like your career, whatever it may be, everything in your reality is a reflection of you. It's what is taking place within you. That could be the worst news that you can hear because maybe it's not what you want to be experiencing. It's not the results that you want, but it's also the greatest news that you can hear because you're in complete control of it. Like if you're not where you want to be right now, you can start to actually apply the message that I'm sharing with you today and actually start to set in motion the um, the progress or the steps that are going to get you the results that you want. So it's literally this simple, but it's our human mind that causes us to think it's so much more complicated or make it so much more complicated than what it really is. Okay, it really comes down to this. Okay, your entire reality, everything that's being attracted and repelled from you, all the results in your life, all it comes down to is the image that you have of yourself. It's that simple. But that's the heaviest thing for people to actually understand is that it really has to do with this image that they have of themselves. It comes down to how you see yourself. That's why you're doing the things that you're doing, and that's why you're getting the results that you're getting. And I'm telling you right now, it's happening on a subconscious level. You aren't even aware of it. You aren't even aware that it's actually taking place, and that's the craziest part. Okay, but when you do change this image that you have of yourself, you won't even have to think. You'll just get the results that you desire because you will become that version of you. You will, reality will reflect back to you how you see yourself. And this is everything that I teach in the Higher Self community. In the classroom, I break down in lessons how deep this goes, but I also show you how to actually change your self image. Okay, if I was going to make the most simplest video, and the thing is that, a lot of, there's not an education issue. There's an application issue. Okay, so I'm going to share this with you right now, and if you apply it, you'll actually change your life. And I'm talking about over years. This isn't instant gratification. Like, none of the results that you want, like manifestation, it's not instant gratification. I mean, if you really think that you're going to get the result that you want and manifest the result that you want overnight, and just go back to being the same version of you that you were, you're fooling yourself. Okay, you're gonna have to become a different version of yourself. Okay, that starts with you imagining yourself as other than what you are. If you cannot imagine yourself as other than what you are, then you remain as you are. Okay, so this is the most simple thing that I can share with you. Write down on an index card, I am so happy and grateful now that. Okay, whatever it is, whatever your desire is, I'm so happy and grateful now that I'm earning $100,000 a month, or in this career, or own this business, or whatever it is for you. Okay, or in this relationship, whatever it is. If you could write that down on an index card and read that to yourself every morning and every night, and begin to visualize yourself as this person, you are impressing that on your subconscious mind, and over time you will actually become that person. Because if you are impressing that on the subconscious part of your mind, that is going straight to source. That's going straight to creation. Okay, and a lot of people reject this because it's so simple, but they can't disassociate from what's taking place in the physical and what's taking place in the spiritual of what it is they truly desire. Okay, so I'm gonna break this down even deeper. So if you haven't overcome yourself, it'll be very difficult for you to create the reality that you desire. Okay, it starts with you overcoming yourself, you overcoming the lower self. As you overcome the ego, as you overcome the lower self, as you overcome those layers of you that you don't actually like, that engages in vices, that engages in the ego and all the nonsense and all the distractions, as you remove that part of you, you naturally start to step into who he created you to be. And this process gets a lot easier for you to actually do it. And this is the whole process. Like, it's actually a natural process for you to awaken from within and actually become aware of the true power that lies within you. But people don't take that accountability. They don't understand that. There's not people around them that are telling them that. So this is why I'm putting this out. So as you start to remove that lower self by visualizing yourself as this version of you that you want to be, okay, what you are doing when you are visualizing yourself as that version that you want to be, you are impressing that on your subconscious mind. Okay, now you're removing the parts of the ego, because now there's a discrepancy. You're impressing this new idea on your subconscious. Well, your subconscious is full of who you were, the old version of you, the old image that it had of you, that you may have been living with your entire life. Now you're impressing this new image. There's going to be a war that takes place. The ego's not going to want to die. The ego's going to fight. The ego's going to want to put you deeper and deeper into it so that you don't awaken. Okay, so that's where all the temptations are going to come from. That's where all the negative thoughts are going to come from. Oh, why you? Really, you? No, you can't do that. That's where all the doubt, all the fear, all the worry comes from. Okay, you have to continually step through that day after day after day. And it'll help because I'm guiding you. When you join the Higher Self community and we get on the group calls and I'm talking you through the process as you're going through it and you're like, dude, this is happening right now. And I'm like, dude, that's the very thing that actually has to happen. Don't you realize that? Those thoughts are the very things that have to come up in order for you to step into that new version of you. Okay, that's the process. So as you start to remove those layers of your ego by continually impressing this idea, and here's the thing, it's like going to the gym. It's like, hey, if you've never played basketball and you've never shot a basketball, you may not even hit the rim at first. But if you keep coming back day after day, you're going to improve. And it's the same thing with impressing this idea, this image that you want, that you desire, that you see yourself as, that you want to realize, continually impressing that idea on your subconscious every single day, seeing yourself as that, reading the index card every day. Okay, and that vision will evolve. It may start with one line. Then it may get to, more things. Like, more things will come as time goes on. Okay, meaning more parts of the vision. Okay, so as you impress that idea on your subconscious mind, over time, you're getting better at it. And then, that's what I'm saying. It's delayed gratification. 6 months, a year, 2 years, 3 years goes by, and you're continually impressing that, and you're like, dude, this is who I am now. And that's the thing. You don't attract what you want. You attract what you are. You have to become it. You know what I mean? Like, you can't, everyone's out here trying to get things. You can't get anything unless you become it. You have to be it. And then it's drawn to you because reality is responding to you. So you are the source of it. You are the source of all of this. All the results, all the results that you're getting in your life, it's all coming from you. It's a part of you. Okay? So this is what I'm saying. Whatever it is that you desire, you can realize it. But you just have to start to believe more in that reality that you see yourself as than this physical reality. And that's the biggest breakthrough that you can go through. And I'm telling you this, it only comes as you overcome yourself. As you start doing these positive daily habits that I teach, you start to overcome the lower self. Then you naturally step into more of the spiritual. You start believing more in the spiritual. Because the lower self, the ego, as you engage more in those things, your identity is more tied to the physical. But as you remove those things, now your identity is no longer tied to those things. Now your identity is tied to the spiritual, who you are truly seeing yourself as and who God created you to be. It's already within you. Okay, so as you remove the ego, you stop giving your attention, thinking that your identity, your value, your worth comes from the things on the outside. Now you start to define yourself by what's taking place on the inside. And that vision is getting stronger and stronger. And that image is getting stronger and stronger. And now you already believe yourself. Now you already believe that you've already lived that life 1,000 times because you've impressed it so much on your subconscious mind that it's like, oh, now he knows this is who he is because this is who I created him to be. This is who he's been the whole entire time. There was so much in the way that was blocking him from seeing it. And that's what we do in the Higher Self community. We help you remove everything that's blocking you from seeing the real you, the real one that he created you to be. And that version of you already exists within you. We just have to get you to start to see it.